My fellow subscribers, how are you? So, as many of you may know, I made a video with Jake Paul and Jordan Taylor, and it was like a Justin Bieber prank, and since then, it's been like 2 years. It's gotten almost 2 million views, and many people keep asking me like, how much did you get paid off of it? Where are the people from that are viewing it? Are they in Europe? Are they in Australia? And I finally thought that it was time to put a video up on my channel where I show you guys everything, how much I've made, all that information, so it can be clear to the public once and for all what's going on with that video. So I'm outside by the pool. I'm gonna go inside and take you guys to the kitchen where I have my computer, and we'll go check everything out. Okay, we're in the kitchen now, and I just want to tell you guys why I wanted to make this video. It's because I've been hearing from a lot of people that don't make YouTube videos and can't see the back end of the analytics of a YouTube video. Like, how much does a viral video make? Like, how much are you actually making off this video? It's actually pretty interesting, not just how much the video makes. And there's different niches. So there's like the comedy, the beauty, the music niches, you know, the sports niches, photography, travel, all that kind of stuff. So I'll get into that a little bit later, but so mine would probably be under the comedy niche. So that affects the CPM, which is the amount of money advertisers are willing to pay per 1,000 views. And so yeah, a lot of people have been asking me, how much did your video make? Like in the first 7 days, the first 28 days, now that it's been like over a year since you made the video, how much have you made off the video? And so I wanted to show you guys, and actually I haven't checked in a while. I know when it first went viral, I was checking like every hour. So if we go onto YouTube, go to my channel, and we get into the back end of it. Here you can see I have 3.7 million views total. Okay, so we're into the overview section of my channel. And this is just in the last 28 days. I haven't really been posting that much, but you see I still get 60,000 minutes of watch time, 30,000 views, which is basically a 2-minute average view duration. And what you might be thinking is, just by looking off this, see I get 30,000 views and I've made approximately $9. So the reason why that is because I'm in the comedy niche. And I do a lot of pranks and stuff like that, and advertisers aren't really willing to pay a high CPM for comedy videos. They don't want to really put their ads on, like, the majority of comedy videos are like gold digger pranks and raunchy like prank videos in the gym and stuff like that. And so when my video falls under that category, it also falls under that lower CPM. It's not like a beauty or an unboxing of an iPhone video that has a really high CPM, which advertisers are willing to pay a lot of money for. So just based off of this is in the last 28 days. But let's go into my most popular video. And this is in the last 28 days. You can see that I posted it on April 11th, 2017, which is over a year ago. It was 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Yeah, so this is in the last 28 days. Just to give you a reference for what it's doing now. It's still got 1,400 views. You can see that it's getting like 60 views a day. This is over, you know, a year, almost 2 years. In this April, it'll be 2 years. And you can see that's made me 32 cents in the past 28 days. So yeah, definitely not what's paying the bills, but it's interesting just to see that it's still actually bringing in some income. And you can see the average view duration. It was 1 minute 11 seconds, so approximately 50% of the video was viewed by people. So you can see that it starts to drop off around there. But yeah, so let's go into the first 7 days that I posted the video. Okay, so the first 7 days that I posted the video, you can see when I first posted it at 0, went up to 12,000 in the first day, then up to 18,000 views the next day, then 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, and 14,000. You can see that I made $13 in the first week, $1.65, 75, 228, 223, 211, and then 403. Watch minutes, Yep, they always all follow the exact same trend. So the views and the watch minutes. The average view duration was 1:22. Got the male, female, it's pretty even. Yeah, and so let's go into the views. And you can see that around 33% of all the viewers came from the United States, and then India, the UK, the Philippines, and Canada. And all of the premium, which is interesting, came from the United States. And that's just in the first week. So now let's switch it to the first month. Okay, so you see in the first month, this is where we left off when in the first week hit. Then it's when it started to become viral. Got 32,000 in one day on the 18th of April, and 1 week later. Then it dropped down. Then it started to build back up. Now we can see the United States accounts for 43% of all the views. Then the UK, India dropped all the way down, which is interesting. But we want to know about the revenue. So this is the revenue in the first 28 days. I made approximately $100. You can see when it peaked, I made $10 in one day. I made 69 of those 100 from the United States, then the UK, then Canada. And so that's something to note, is that YouTube will pay different amounts for different countries or different viewers. So if we go in here to add rates, we can see that the CPMs for the United States and the UK and some of these countries are going to be pretty high. And then if you go to like Mexico, it's like 1.59. You go to Indonesia, 1.8, whereas I was making 316. If all my viewers came from Australia, I would have made almost double as much as if all my viewers came from Mexico. Interesting. Okay, so let's go to lifetime. Okay, so the lifetime, it's still loading. Let's go to revenue. Okay, so we can see here my lifetime earnings on this video is $505.90, which is $481 from YouTube ad revenue, and then YouTube Premium accounts for 24 of that because they don't pay ads, they just pay directly to YouTube, which pays me. And out of those $505, 70% of it came from the United States. And then the drop-off's huge, United Kingdom, $32. So basically everyone in the United States paid me. No one else paid me, which is interesting. Let's go to the views. Let's see everything here. So this is all time up until from the 11th of April to now when I'm making the video, the 11th of January. You can see that I have almost 9 million views, but I've only made $505.90. And you might be wondering, you hear people on YouTube talking about how they have an average of a 2 CPM. So if that was true for this channel, a 1.8 million viewed video should have around $3,600 in income, and I have around 7 times less, as much as, 7 times less than that, $505.90. And the reason for that is back on the niches, and so because I'm a comedy channel, the advertisers don't pay as much. And also another thing to factor in is the duration is 2 minutes and 38 seconds. So with that, I can only place a skippable ad on the video, which is one form of an advertisement. If my video was over 10 minutes, I could have placed maybe 2 or 3 in the middle of the video that people can't skip over. So my revenue might have been triple as much. It could have been $1,500 or even $2,000, depending on how long people stayed to watch the video. If everyone left after the first minute and they never watched any of the advertisements, then I wouldn't have made anything. But because it was a 2 minute and 38 second video, it factored in with the fact that it was a comedy video, I only made $505 to this day. But yeah, let's click on the views. Let's really see. Okay, so you can see that all of the views really came in this time period right here, from when I posted in April to August. April to August is when all the videos happen, and then it kind of just been getting like, 500 views a day. But in the peak here, 50,000. Okay, so 50,000 views in one day was my peak. But around from here to here, it pretty much hovered between the 15,000 to 30,000 per day for a solid like 4 months. You can see United States accounts for 46% of the views. And yeah, that's pretty cool to see. Let's go in a little bit more. Maybe I can do the first first 3 months. Okay, so we can see here, yeah, the first 3 months. This is the 50,000, then 40,000, 29,000, 22,000, 17. And then that can probably correlate with income here. That was the day I had 50,000 views, but I only made $12. So I should have, with like a CPM of 2, I should have made $100. I only made 12. So if this was a beauty channel and I was like doing, like a makeup tutorial or something, and I got 50,000 views, I could have gotten anywhere from like $150 up to $250, like depending on how long the video was and the ads and stuff, just because it's comedy. And then you can see it drops off. Made $1, $1 a day, which, is, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but like $1 a day is just, it's kind of funny that the cool thing about YouTube is like you can make a video and then a year later you could still be making like $1 a day or something like that off of something you did like almost 2 years ago. So going into ad rates for the first 3 months, you can see that for the United States in the first 3 months I made $351 and my CPM was $2.25. But as you can see, it's only on the monetized playbacks. So it says that I had 156,000 monetized playbacks. Multiplied by 2.25 is around $351. But in those first 3 months, if you just go just on views, it'll be way more than 156,000. So if you look overview and we go to views, in the first 90 days, I had 1.1 million views, right? But then we go back to ad rates, and they only gave me credit for 156. 220,000 total. 156 came from the United States. So as you can see, I had 1.1 million views, but the ones that I earned money from was only 220,000. And that's just, if you can see here, so a monetized playback is when a viewer is shown at least one ad impression when watching the video. It's also kind of when a viewer abandons the video during the pre-roll ad. So it's basically, even though I got 1.1 million views, only 220,000 of those views were shown in ad. And that's whether the advertiser decided to show that person an ad, or it could just be because they left the video before an ad was shown or something like that. So you can see that even though you get 1 million views, if the ad is only run 200,000 times, then you only get credit for that. You don't get credit for the other 800,000 views that don't have any ads on them. Okay, so let's go back to overview and then estimated revenue. Another cool thing to see is traffic sources. So in the first, back again to the first 90 days, I had 1.1 million views. Crazy. You can see in the beginning, this is cool to see. So you can see in the beginning here that the suggested videos accounted for 12,000 of the views. Browse features 370, YouTube search 1900. So the YouTube search would just be anyone searching Justin Bieber prank or Jake Paul prank. But the suggested videos and the browse features, browse is going to be the front page, and then suggested videos are going to be like on the side. So when you watch a video on the side, up next, that kind of stuff. And then the and also maybe at the end of a video where it just rolls into another one. But then you can see it starts to become more here. So the suggested videos over here is now 39,000. So it's getting suggested a lot more. So that's what happens when you have a viral video. Obviously I don't have 1 million subscribers. If I had 1 million subscribers, then 1 million people would have the opportunity to watch my video. But because at this point I had probably less than 100 subscribers, I needed the video to get shared and suggested by YouTube in order to have people discover it. So this is when it gets cool. In this section over here, you can see that so the red section and the blue section are the two that YouTube's accountable for. So if you look at the whole map in general, you can look at all the suggested is blue and or purple, whatever you want to call it, and the red is browse. So where you see the most amount of those is when YouTube's really promoting the video. So right around here, YouTube is like, okay, this video's gotten a lot of likes, comments, etc. There's good engagement. We're gonna promote it to a lot of people. So then they start kicking up the browse feature, because as you can see, there's not much browse going around here. It's mostly suggested. And then bam, here in this area right here, there's a ton of YouTube browsing it. So at the peak here, you can see that YouTube 56,000 on this day, 56,000. Go to views. Okay, here you can see 39,000 of the views on this day were counted by browse, whereas only 8,000 were suggested. And then you go back over here. Here, 34,000 were suggested and then browse. So I don't know why YouTube decided to do it like that, but in the beginning they were suggesting a lot of the videos, and then browse is when you're on the home page and stuff. So that's a big thing, because you can't even really pay for that. It just has to happen naturally. Then after that, they were still doing it for a while, and then their algorithm must have told them that the video is kind of running its course. They stopped browsing it as much, just kept it suggesting it once in a while, and it kind of tailored out. But that's really cool to see here. You can see that suggested videos account for 70% of, in the first 3 months, I got 1.1 million views. 800,000 of that came from suggested videos. 256,000 came from browse features. 54,000 came from YouTube search, so people just typing in on their own. So if YouTube didn't do anything in those first 90 days, out of the 1.1 million views, I would have only gotten anything from here down. These two things were done by YouTube, so around 1.05 of those 1.15 million views were thanks to YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Another cool thing to see is devices. So you can see that most people, 54% of people, are viewing this video on their mobile phone, followed by tablet, then computer, then gaming console, and then on the TV only 1%. On the peak of the day, you can see that, if you just want to go based off of views, not minutes, 31,000 views came on the mobile phone, whereas the next highest was tablet, which only got 7,300 views, which is interesting. The computer, which is strange, you can look at this stuff and then you can kind of like see what's interesting to you. And for me, I watch most of my YouTube videos either on my phone, but equally as much on my computer, whereas it doesn't show based on this video. I don't know if it's the demographic that watches this video, but most people are watching on their phone, but then computer was only 5,000 compared to the tablet. It was a huge drop off. Demographics. We can switch this to lifetime so we have a more accurate thing. So if you want to look at demographics on views, 1.9 million. So the highest one was 34% in the views, and that was 18 to 24 year olds. So the most amount of people that watch my video are between 18 and 24, and of that, 60% of them are male, and then 40% are female. But then if you go down to the 13 or 17 year olds, I got a lot more females than males that jumped up there. Then as you go down to the 65, the 65 and older group, which only accounted for 1% of my views, it's still funny, we got a 50-50 split. Basically, it's pretty even between male and female, which is kind of strange for me to think about, because I would have thought a Justin Bieber video would have had a ton more girls watching than guys, but it actually shows that in a lot of these categories here, the guys have 60% of the views, which is pretty cool. So yeah, to sum it up, 1.9 million views to this date, which is 11 January 2019. Made around $505. And oh yeah, you can also see the likes to dislikes ratio. 10,700 likes and 3,000 dislikes, and 1,400 comments. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so if you guys really liked this video and enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps promote the video and support the channel, and it's a free thing to do. If you guys want to see me do this with other videos, they have different CPM rates and different ad rates because they're different lengths, and you know, every video is different. So I can definitely do it with my other videos, the one that's approaching 1 million views, and other videos that earned good money but they don't really have that many views, just so you guys can see like how that works too. So yeah, if you want to see me do that with other videos, yeah, you can comment down below or just like the video, and then I'll know that you guys actually want to see it. Yeah, so you guys can see that I didn't really make that much money from it, and so if you like and subscribe, that's really the way to support the channel. I don't have any merch, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. If you want to see me do this with any of my other videos, you can comment down below or just like the video, and then I'll know that you want to see it. So yeah, basically you can see that I didn't really make that much money from this video, and that's not the reason why I made the video in the first place. But what you can do to support the channel is just like the video and subscribe, and that's great for me. I love all the support. And if you want to see me do this on any of my other videos, you can just comment down below which one, or just like the video, and if it gets a bunch of likes, and I'll be like, okay, they really like this kind of stuff. Because not many YouTubers show you the back end of what's going on YouTube, and I think it's kind of cool to see if you're not a content creator, because you can't have access to these kind of information. So until the next time I post a video, peace!